don't want to be that person. Okay. You often see in sports, for example, with an aging superstar who keeps holding on when there's a young star waiting for their opportunity, but the young star can't get their chance because the old star won't get the hell out the way. In football, if you remember, the Green Bay Packers had a legendary quarterback by the name of Brett Favre, and Brett Favre kept playing, and they drafted a young quarterback named Aaron Rodgers, who was brought in to be like the understudy to Favre, and he was going to get his chance as soon as Brett Favre got the hell out of the way. But Brett Favre kept playing, and Brett Favre wasn't ready to retire, and it's not Brett Favre's fault. It's not like he has to retire just because you drafted a quarterback. It's not his business. But because they were ready to move on, Brett Favre ended up leaving the Packers and going playing for another team. I think he played for 2 other teams before he retired. And finally, Aaron Rodgers got a shot. Aaron Rodgers was pretty damn good. But again, it's not Brett Favre's fault. That was the team's fault. They just had bad timing in terms of how long was Brett going to hold on. Same thing happened in New England with Tom Brady. The Patriots wanted to move on to their next phase. They drafted other quarterbacks, but Tom Brady kept playing. Tom Brady played until he was 45 years old, which is unheard of in football. And they had these young quarterbacks coming behind him who maybe they thought they would be stars, but we can't find out because the guys ain't playing. And Tom Brady kept playing. Eventually, Tom Brady, same thing. He left the Patriots and went and played for another team because that team was ready to move on, but he wasn't ready to move on. This happens in sports a lot. We have an aging star. The team is ready to move on to a new era, but the aging star is still good enough that they feel like they want to keep playing, so they end up playing for other teams. It's happened in basketball. Hakeem Olajuwon with the New York Knicks, Patrick Ewing. Players go and play for other teams for their last couple years because the team they were with doesn't want to keep them around as they age and they're not as good as they used to be. So one thing I always told myself in sports is that I wanted to walk away from the game instead of being carried out of the game. I didn't want to be carried out of the game. Now, there are some athletes who have the exact opposite mentality. They are the kind of people who say, I'm going to keep playing until I can't play anymore. They're going to have to carry me off the court or off the field because I'm going to keep playing until I can't move. And there are others like me who say, no, I'm going to walk away while I can still walk away. I never wanted to be the old guy on the basketball court. There's also a reason why people often ask me, Dre, do you ever play like pickup basketball? I was in Whole Foods last week, as a matter of fact, and I walked past a couple of the employees who were just idling. And one of the guys said, man, I used to watch the training videos back in the day. And then he said, do you still hoop?